up? It's your girl, Queen T T, or hey y'all. um, this is my first story time, so what's up? How you doing on this lovely day? You know, it's really nice out. Well, it's really snowy outside. There's a lot of snow. We're getting snow. I don't know why we're getting snow in February. It's about to be spring. What's going on with you, Portland? Like, come on. Get your mess together. Like, it's, like, really, like, a lot of snow. It's not sticking right now. Like, it's sticked, but it's not, like, freezing and turning into ice. So, that's good. Okay, but this is gonna be, like, a story time about, like, times I've met, like, creeps. Like, they're like, the stories are like stories where it can't just be like a video posted by itself, or else it'll be like 5 minutes long and that's it. But, the first creep I ever, encountered, and he was like the creepiest of creeps, I had gotten into an argument with my stepdad. Excuse me, just shifting. I had gotten in an argument with my stepdad. Let me move it to the side a little bit so y'all can be with me. I had gotten in an argument with my stepdad, and like when I get irritated or when I get angry, I just walk off. I just go on for like long walks so I can calm down instead of just staying there with the person who made me frustrated or angry. Because if I like stay there, I'm going to say some mean stuff that I really don't mean, and like once I say it, I'm just going to stick by it. But I will apologize if I'm, like, out of line, and I know I'm out of line. I will apologize. I won't be like, no, I'm not saying sorry. You were in fault. You made me angry. It's your fault. No, I'm not like that. But I was walking, and I had no destination, so I was just, like, walking straight, like, doing left, right turns sometimes. But, like, I was just generally, like, just going straight. And, like, as I'm walking, you know, as I'm walking, sorry, I had to think, because, you know, I have to think of the stuff. I was walking, and I see this dude behind me, and I'm like, like, he's probably not following me. He's just probably, like, walking the same way as me for a minute, and then he's just gonna, like, turn somewhere. He's probably just like he's just so happening walking the same way as I am, because I'm giving him the benefit of doubt. Like, I'm not gonna like jump in. I'm not that type of person who'll be like, oh, when somebody's behind me, oh, they're following me. I'm gonna be like, no, they're probably just walking down the same road as me, which is not weird. So I was like, oh, he's just probably walking the same way as I am. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm irritated. So I'm not paying him any mind. So I just keep on walking. You know, and I look from the corner of my eye because I don't want to turn fully around, because I've noticed with creeps or weirdos, like, if you turn around and look at them, that, for some reason in their head, initiates them to be like, oh, she wants to talk to me, so let me go walk up to her and talk to her and spark a conversation. No, boo-boo. No, sweetie. I don't want to talk to you. And at the time, I was like, between, I think that was last year. Yeah, that was last year. No, it was 2 years ago. I'm sorry. Some of these stories, I'm not gonna know how old I am in these stories. But I know they were a couple years back. Like, I still get creeped on, but not as much, because usually I go everywhere with a friend or my boyfriend. So I really don't get walked up to as much when I have other people with me. Not unless they're a girl as well. Then if it's like 2 girls, if it's just like me and one of my girlfriends, like, then they'll like try to hit on both of us. But like, we're just like, no, sir. You look old enough to be my grandpa. Back up, sir. Sir, back up. But like, I noticed, like, I looked at peripheral, and I still noticed that he's following me, and I was like, okay, this is getting a little bit weird, but like, I do not want to freak out and like flip out on him and make him feel bad, because because he just so happens to be walking the same direction as I am. I don't want to like jump the gun. And then so I was like, okay, I'm gonna test this to see if he's actually following me. So I go to the light, and like he stops like further from me. Like he's close, but he's not too close. So I cross the street. Right? He's right here. He's like right here. And I'm like facing right here. And I'm a pretty quick walker and everything. So, and plus I'm really mad. So when I'm mad, I walk really fast. So like I was walking ahead of him. So like he was like literally like walking to keep up with me. And so I cross the street and he crosses the street too. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And I'm like, okay, when I get up to this next light, I'm gonna cross again. And so I cross again, he follows me again, and I'm like, okay, for a fact, I know he's following me. And then, like, I think he noticed that, I don't know. I think he noticed that I know that he's following me. So he starts walking faster, and I just, like, stop, and I turn around, and I say, what do you want? Like, that's not what I actually said. What I said was I cussed. I cussed a lot. I cussed him out, basically. And I was like, what? But basically, without the cussing, I was like, what do you want? What? And he was like, oh, you're so beautiful. Like, he's like, I'll give you 40. And I'm like, 40 for what? And meanwhile, let me tell you what I had on. I had on a baggy t-shirt, baggy sweats, some titty shoes, and my, I had this on. Like, I had a scarf wrapped around my head and everything. And like, I looked tired. I had no makeup or anything. I looked just, like, dead tired, and I looked angry. So, I don't get, like, how he thought I was really approachable when I'm not. When I'm showing that I'm clearly not very approachable, you know? And, like, he's like, I'll give you 40. And I'm like, what do you mean 40? And he was like, I'm 40 to have sex. And I'm like, what? 40? Even if I was a prostitute or an escort, okay, I would not settle for 40. 40 would be a hug for you. No, not even a hug, a handshake. A handshake will be 40. Like, even if I was, it would not be $40. It would be way higher. Are you kidding me? And then this is what he does. 50. Oh, $10 more? Oh, I'm so, like, hot and bothered. I'm definitely gonna, no, I don't care if you, no. Like, even if he offered, like, 1,000, no, like, no. And I, like, lied about my age, and I was like, dude, I'm literally, like, 13. I said I was 13, when I really wasn't. And, like, I would think this would deter him, because usually when guys flirt with me, they think I'm older. And, like, once they find out my real age, they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. At the time when I was underage, but I'm not. I'm legal age now. But... like, this did not deter him. He was like, oh, age ain't nothing but a number. And I'm like, okay, so he has no morals or dignity at all. He's disgusting. He's a pedo. And I was like, dude, like, if you do not get away from me, I will call the cops on you and tell them how disgusting and despicable you are. You know? And he was like, oh, no, don't call the cops, I'll go away. And, like, he freaking, like, ran off. And then, like, I went back home, you know, me and my stepdad, like, we talked and we made up, whatever, we were cool. And, like, I told him about it, and he was like, oh, let me, and I told him what he looked like, and he was like, oh, let me see him. He was like, if I see him, I'm going to beat him up. And, like, funny, I went out later on that day to go hang out with a friend, and I literally saw him get on the Max, and when he saw me, he literally, like, jumped off the train and, like, freaking ran. I started busting out laughing. I really should have called the cops. I felt like I should have called the cops, because, like, what if he, like, does this to another person. Like, that's one thing I regret doing with those, like, type of people. Like, I wish I just would have called the cops on him, because then he wouldn't be able to do it again. But I didn't, because I was, like, I was angry, and I was also, like, kind of scared. Okay, second creep. Okay, so I was meeting up with a friend one day. We hadn't seen each other for a really long time, and I really wanted to hang out with her, so I was like, yo, I'll meet you downtown. And, like, I was walking, and I was all pretty up that day. I had on some nice jeans, a nice little sweater, and I did my makeup really good and everything, and I was looking really cute. This is before I did the big chop on my hair, because I really didn't have that much hair. When I did have hair, I had more of hair in the front rather than the back, because I always, like, shaved the back part of my hair down and would just leave the front part long. So I did kind of have hair, but not at the same time. I didn't have super long hair. But, like, when when I had hair, like, I had it all curly. I, like, curled my hair and everything. I was looking cute that day. And, like, I'm listening to music while I'm waiting for my friend. No, I was walking, and I was listening to music, and I was listening to, like, one of my songs. I was listening to Bruno Mars. I remember this. And this dude, like, in an Adidas, he's wearing a full-on Adidas outfit. And he had, like, a whole bunch of, like, gold chains, and he was way older than me. Like, he looked somebody's great grandpa. Like, he was way older than me. And like I say, when somebody's trying to flirt with me, I completely ignore them, and I do not make eye contact, because whenever, like, I talk to them, like, to be like, oh, like, shut the F up, or, like, screw off, dude. Like, that gives them more initiative to want to talk to me and get in front of me and get in my way and try to flirt with me, or be like, give me your number. But, like, he literally is, like, saw me, and, like, I saw him, like, lick his lips and do that thing that guys do, like, the little, what's happening, Ma? Like, I saw him do that, and I was like, ugh. That's all I can say. That's all I was thinking in my mind. And then this dude, like, literally stepped in front of me. And, like, he seemed like that type of dude. Like, he seemed like, I don't know, with certain people, like, he seemed like that type of dude. Like, if you were to, like, move, he would just, like, move with you. He wouldn't let you, like, leave. So I just, like, stopped, and I just, like, kept on looking down. And then I noticed, like, he was, like, reaching for my headphones. And, like, where my headphones are, they're kind of, like, right here. So he was, like, reaching basically from my boob area. And, like, I literally snatched out my headphones, and I was, like, with the most angriest face, I was like, what? What do you want? And he was like, oh, I just want to tell you that you're absolutely beautiful. And I was like, and I said, thank you. I was like, thank you. And he was like, and I hate when guys do this, and it's not all guys, but, like, certain guys, I hate when they pull, like, freaking race card, and be like, he was, like, basically, like, saying, oh, like, white women should, like, try to, be more like black women, you know, like, dressing up all nice, and, like, cause white women don't have a sense of style and whatever. And I don't think that's true. Everybody got their own sense of style. Like, even if I don't like it, sweetie, if you love it, go ahead. Perfect for you. I don't like it. I'm not gonna, I may not like it, but honey, you can love it. And, like, if that makes you happy, then it'll make me happy. Even if I don't like it, I don't care. I don't care. Do you, boo? I don't think that's true. And he was like, and he's like, you guys are just so natural, and so natural, other than, like the rest of the world wants to be plastic and fake. And I'm like, it's their, and I'm thinking in my head this whole time, like, it's their body, they can do whatever they want with it. If they want to, get surgery, then they can get surgery. You can't stop anybody, you know, from changing what they don't like, you know, or want to enhance, you know. And I'm like, oh, God. And I'm like, I got out my phone and I texted my friend, like, please, like, what are you doing right now? And she was like, oh, I'm just putting on my shoes. What's up? What's wrong? And I'm like, this dude is like literally like flirting with me and it's getting really weird. Can you please like hurry up and come downstairs? And just like, and I'm like, just act like a crazy person. Like not like a mental. Let me not say that. Just freak him out. Like just make him go away. Basically, I just wanted her to make him go away. And so I see her coming downstairs, and like she absolutely looked beautiful, and I was like, wow, she looks pretty inside my head. And I saw her like speed walking like towards us, and she was like, and she like looked at him, and she's like, what are you doing? And she grabbed me. He was like, oh, I'm just telling the pretty her that she's like absolutely beautiful. And she was like, no, leave her alone. She clearly doesn't want to talk to you, and she's clearly uncomfortable. Why won't you leave her alone? And he was like, I just wanted to talk to her. And she's like, she clearly doesn't want to talk to you, so go away, man. Go away. And he was like, what? He was like, whatever. He got mad. Like, I hate guys who, like, catcall you, and then when you reject them, they want to get mad and say, oh, you're ugly. I was like, but I wasn't ugly enough. I wasn't ugly before you talked to me, so you clearly liked me. You just didn't like that I rejected you. End of story. Okay. This is gonna be my last story, because this is getting kind of long. Oh, there was this one dude. He used to live where, by I don't know where the dude lived, but he lived pretty close to where I used to live. And like, one day I was hanging out with one of my, friends. Let's call him Mr. P. Okay? Let's call him Mr. P. Okay? We're gonna call him that. We're gonna call the guy, well, he was my friend slash crush. I had a huge crush on him at the time. But like, we were hanging out outside, and he was like playing with the basketball, and like he was like messing around with me and whatever. And like this dude walked up and he started talking to us, and we weren't being like a dick and being like go away, like we don't want to talk to you. We talked to him, and he seemed like a cool dude, and he was disabled. You know, he didn't have he didn't have an arm. Like, he had an arm, but like this part of his arm was gone, so like he had no hand. And like of course I felt a little bit bad, you know, because so I was nice and everything, and then I saw him again. I saw him multiple times, so this is gonna be like multiple short stories. I saw him again, and like I was heading home from work at the time. I was working at a fast food joint. I'm not gonna say who they are. If I like say stories with like jobs or whatever, I'm never gonna say the company's name because I don't want them coming after me. Okay? And some of them I want to, if they call me back saying I want you back, I want to be able to go back. I don't want to be trashing nobody on here. Okay? But yes, I'm getting after. I got off of work really late, and he was like, yo, I have some Molly if you want it. Like, you want some Molly? And I'm like, no. And he was like, I'll give it to you free of charge. And I'm like, dude, I don't do drugs. Like, I don't do drugs at all. Like, I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke anything. Like, no. No, sir. No. 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 No, thank you. Back off, sir. And then I saw him again, and this had to be either last year. Yeah, this was last year. And was the time when I was dating my boyfriend. I did my makeup and everything because I was about to go see him. I was about to go visit him, and like I was walking to the bus stop. Yeah, I was walking to the bus stop. I was thinking whether I was walking to no. What? No, I was walking from the train. Because I went somewhere real quick. And then I came back. No, sorry. It was. I was walking towards the bus stop. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember, like, all this stuff is, like, jumbled and there's, like, certain stuff, like, I'm, like, getting it mixed up with. But I was walking to the bus stop and I was all prettied up and he was like, oh, like, dang, like, you so fine, like, what's your name, like, he, like, the next times I saw him, like, he acted like he didn't know me, and I think it was probably because he was, like, doing drugs, like, like, doing some real hard drugs that was, like, making him forget, but he was like, dang, like, you so pretty, like, you're, like, a, goddess, like, like, you look like a princess, let me take care of you, and I'm like, dude, he's like, do you got a man, and I was like, yes, I do, and he was like, how old are you, and I'm like, I said I was 17, even though I was 18, I was like, I'm 17, and he was like, oh, I can wait until you turn 18, and I'm like, what? No, please don't, sir, you? And he was like, people think I'm real young, so I could probably, like, fool your, family into thinking I'm 18, and I'm like, boy, you do not look like you 18, boy, bye. Get out of my face. After you say that, square up. We fighting right now. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna fight him. But I was like, no. I got a dude. I'm happily with him. I'm when I'm with somebody, I'm very loyal, and I'll stick with that person until because stuff does happen, where it doesn't always work out. So if it didn't work out, then it didn't work out. But like once I'm with somebody, I'm loyal, and I'll do anything for that person. I'll stick by that person through everything, you know. But yeah, like, and he was like trying to follow me. He's like, so where do you live? So like when you get back, I can take you home. And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you where I live. I'm not comfortable with you knowing that. He's like, well, I know you lived in whoop de whoop apartments, whatever. He said my apartments, and I'm like, okay, so he has some form of remembering me. He's like, I see you around there all the time. Do you live over there? And I'm like, no, I just go visit my friends there. And he's like, oh, that dude you hang out with, is that your boyfriend? And I'm like, no. And he didn't even live there anymore. The guy I had a crush on, he didn't even live there. He didn't live over there anymore. He had moved. Like, he moved to like Gresham area. I don't know where he is now. But I talk to him from time to time. Yeah, but like he was like basically trying to pinpoint where I live so he could like basically follow me home. And I'm like, no, I visit there. And he's like, okay, so where do you actually live? And I'm like, dude, I'm not telling you that. Get away from me. Like, stop talking to me. Go away. And he was like, oh, you ain't gotta have no attitude or nothing. And I started ignoring him, and he was like, okay, fine then. Just know you lost a good dude. And I'm like, boy, I'm better off. I'm better off than you, sweetie. You look like you don't have a job at all. My man does have a job. He makes coin. And he has his own place and everything. So, like, no, sir? No? I didn't miss out on anything. I didn't miss out on anything, okay? I'm good without you, sir. No. No. Okay, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go make me something to eat and binge watch TV. I'm trying to find a good show to watch. So if you have any good shows, put it down in the comments so I can watch it. The type of shows I'm into is like action, horror, mystery. type shows. I like those. I even like comedy shows and stuff. I love those. I'm not really of a romantic type show. Like, they're okay. I just don't watch them very often. But I'm gonna go. See you guys. If you want to come chill with me, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.